Today we are back in the dream game, and man, do I need to make some progress. First things first, this mountain, that's all part to terrain, and in the last video, I was all like, if anybody that's watching my videos specializes in Roblox terrain, I would love to hire you. We found somebody. The first thing that I want to do in today's video is kind of boring to the average person, but is going to be super important to our game. The easiest way for me to explain this is if you see a box like this with one color, it's good to go. If you see something with a bunch of different colors, like this ring here, yeah, that's not exactly as good to go. And you can set the properties of these with the collision fidelity. Box is the most optimized, but it doesn't really work because a player could no longer cross through this unless I turned can collide off, which I think would be fine for these. Hole would be the second best option, which is here. It's kind of like a shrink wrap around your item. And once again, in this instance, it wouldn't work unless I turned collisions off for these rings. And honestly, I might as well just set these ones to box and turn collisions off. Can collide, can touch, can quarry, turn all that off. And as you can see, that looks a lot better. All of these light posts, they're the ones with concrete on the bottom anyways, won't have collision. So they could all be set to box as well. But before I get to that, I need to go back and do the same on this side. Can collide off and set these to box. And that's just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. What do we got over here? The big dam? That thing looks a little rough. I think that will be our best bet. If we do box, you're going to be able to stand like way out here. And that'll be kind of weird. It looks like you'll still be able to stand a little bit in the air. So we might need to change that again. For these ones, let's go ahead and do box and turn. If we turn can collide off, they'll fall through. So we'll keep that. Hall is better. We're doing that. But yeah, guys, this is a very boring process that I just have to go through the entire map and do. For all of these tree toppers, box, if we're going to turn can collide off, box is great. And we probably are going to do that. So we're just going to set everything to box. Set this to box as well. And then let's grab every part and make sure can collide is off. Perfect. Now I need to replace the tree pack over here with the ones that are optimized. Perfect. Let's get rid of those. And, oh my gosh, this billboard. Yikes. This actually doesn't matter, so box it is. Now, once we find someone for the bike system, I think our best bet is going to be making our own collision boxes. So we would turn everything to box, but then can collide off for all of the bikes. And then there would be Roblox parts for the collisions instead of actual collisions from the meshes, because this is like, I mean, yikes. This is not what you want to see when it comes to game optimization. But I'll have to wait till the bike system person lets me know if we're able to do that or not. Anyways, I'm going to keep going through the game. And everything that is a mesh, I am going to fix to the best of my abilities, and I will see you guys when that is done. I'm doing every mesh in this game all the way down to the individual hangers that are inside the stores. Guys, this game will be, hopefully, very smooth. We have these couches. Okay, the tires, for example, you're never going to be in contact with them. So switch it to box. That's a-okay. You're supposed to do this, you know, right when you start making the game. And that would make things a lot easier. But since I didn't know about it until I watched a video from Crusher Fire, shout out to that man, now I know about it and I can fix my entire game and start building on a clean slate. Like right here's a union for the ground, and since a player doesn't really collide, I guess they do right here, we're gonna have to try hole. That'll work. But any ground piece or pieces that players are not gonna end up being in contact with, those are the things that I can heavily optimize. And I'm done with the trees, the light posts, the things on the ground even, guys. All of the support beams, the things in between the roads. Oh, I didn't do these trees. I'll have to still do those. but we're getting there. Then we can actually build something. All right, guys, it has been a little bit of time, and I opened up a place before I did any of the optimizations. So if we go to show, you can see the trees are not, they're not boxed. If we go like into the dealer, whoa, you can see everything. I mean, hangers, lights, especially the bikes, these little lights, just everything. Nothing in this game is done optimization wise. And I just wanted to check the before and after, really, of like did everything do anything kind of deal. See right here, place memory, and check this out. We are at 2,264 at this point in time. I'm gonna go ahead and screenshot that. And now I'm gonna close this place and go into the one that we just did all of the optimizations in, aka this place. If we toggle this, you can see it looks quite different. And when we're in the normal game, check it out, guys. Place memory 511. What was it before? Before it was 2,200. Now, I don't know exactly what all of this means. All I know is the lower the number, the smoother the game. Or at least, I think that's what I know. Anyways, let's build something. All right, dudes, I don't know if we're building or not. I've been watching this video by this guy, Crusher Fire, and I just did this part, but each section of this video is teaching me more and more about optimization. So massive shout out to this guy. And we are now on to render fidelity. So not just collision fidelity, which we've already set in most cases, render fidelity set to precise is the worst it can be set to. And I typed it in here and whoa, I have a ton of meshes that are set to precise and I don't know why. Maybe if I import them, it sets them to that. I don't know. But yeah, that's bad. We're just gonna set all of those to automatic. Honestly, I'm gonna keep watching this guy's video and keep implementing everything he's talking about and see how far we could get that down. If it goes down even more, like we have already quartered what we started at. 2,264 down to 521. So can we get below 521? Who knows? All right, guys, we got it down to 516. I'm gonna link that guy's video in the description because, yeah, I learned so much. If you're a programmer, you need to watch it. If you are a builder, you need to watch it. And if you ever want to make a decently sized map, you need to watch it. Heck, even if you're making a simulator, that video is actually sick. Let's check in with the terrain artist. Alright, bros, hear me out. Guitar-shaped hotel thing. The fact that this is real is nuts. Anyways, guitar-shaped, boom. I'll have to add a texture on it or remake it to be a little bit more hotel shaped or like shaped like a place. Anyways, but we could do a walkway out the side and a parking lot in this area. I also want to do something with these, I think. We'll put this here. It might also be nice to have some grass in this area as well. But I want to do something so everything doesn't just seem flat. We could put that there. We could put some doors down here. We'll definitely need some sort of a walkway and then a parking lot. So I'm just going to copy this, duplicate. Let's get that to fit. We'll probably put it all the way up to the building. But just a big guitar-shaped building as well adds so much like coolness to this city. I am going to remodel this, by the way. This is a placeholder. Oh, that's definitely the idea. I will give this one a try. I might have went a little overboard on these, but we're going to see in studio. It's either going to be great or atrocious. If I do change it, I might add a bevel here so it looks a little nicer. All right, let's check it out. Let's bring it forward a bit, off to the side. We need to pick our colors. Our reference has like white gray. Yo, I should have done the outside of the guitar, like another, like here, these lines. Rip. Anyways, let's see. Let's do the strings, this and this. We'll just turn all of them into metal for now. Sure, I think more of a white would be cool. And then the background, we need to make like a bluish. I wonder if I could put a texture on it to help with everything. Realistic. We do have some glass ones. Let's just see what happens. We're gonna do all sides, and then we'll delete the ones that we don't need. And let's make these very, very visible just for a moment. Of course, I put them on the wrong piece. Is it this one? Nope, it's the top one. There we go. Okay, that's actually not bad. What if we made this, let's turn this off since reflectance will give us another draw call. And then let's go a little bit darker on this glass. Something maybe around here. This isn't bad so far. Let's use our textures. Let's see what we could do here. I know we have the texture move tool and texture scale tool. I've never used that one. Let's see. So I want to scale this in this direction, and then I want to use the move tool to line it up. There we go. Look at that. Now our glass texture lines up with the lines on the building. I'd say that looks sick. Not too shabby, guys. I'm liking this a lot. Let's try to move one of our canopies over here. I don't think that's actually gonna work that well, and it's too big for that section. All right, no canopies over there. And I'm not sure how to do this transition from the parking lot to like this area, so I'm gonna just leave it like that for now. This area looks so much cooler. I feel the same as when I added in the water tunnel. It just adds like a really fun element to this area instead of all these like strict buildings. I'm gonna make a front door for it, and I think we can wrap this one up. We did an optimization overload in this video. We made progress on the mountain. I'll show you guys that now in case he did anything since he recorded his last part. It's kind of hard to tell because Roblox doesn't really load in huge chunks of terrain at a time. But if you look at this, it's a lot cleaner than, you know, like over here where it's just literal steps because of part to terrain. Like, look at this. That is horrible in comparison. Anyways, that is going to wrap it up for today. If you did enjoy and want to see more content like this, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a great day. Later.